because it takes chipping away all of the crap before you actually get to your truth. And that is part of the catch-22 here, where you're looking to not just discover who you are, but to define and declare who you are. It's your boy Zay-P, Zay-P the I am. I am that I am, as you are that you are, for we are all that we are. Your boy's back at it, back with a brand new video. Wanted to get in today. Honestly don't know what I'm going to say, but I was feeling called to connect to spirit. So taking a moment to let the energy settle. Current times that we are in, the collective is really experiencing a lot of come to self moments. The collective is really experiencing a lot of who am I in this particular issue? Who am I in relation to what's going on in the world around me? Who am I in relation to the war? Who am I in relation to politics? Who am I in relation to my family? And as we are all coming up against our own preconceived notions, our own false ideas, our own limited ideas, we're starting to have conflict within, between that limited perspective of our own selves and the truth of what is, which is the vastness. And so collectively, we are at this point where there's just a lot of frenetic energy, and they are wrestling to define who they are, to declare who they are, to really discover who they are. One of the reasons why people struggle so much, because so many people are still believing, understanding who they are to be a discovery. I have to discover who I am. I have to discover my purpose. And really, it is a definition. It is a declaration. You decide. You get to choose. You get to choose what you pursue. You get to choose what matters to you most. And you get to choose what brings you the most passion, what brings you the most joy. You get to choose. You're not just waiting. It's not just a discovery you're hoping to go along in life. You're paying attention to what's happening, and you're reading the room. You're reading the room of your own internal world. You're reading the room of the world around you, and you're really starting to hone in on what is your truth. And as you do that, you declare what that truth is. You declare what that purpose is. You declare whatever that definition of your life is to be. Because the great plan of God, the Almighty, it is that you declare yourself to be, in truth, that which you are, that which you were made and designed to be. Not what the world wants of you, but what your truth is. You get to decide, and that is what the great design is. There's no preconceived expectation of you, God sitting on some heaven looking down, writing your rights and wrongs. You're the one who decides how right and how wrong, and the perspective you take in all of that. The only plan is for you to discover who you truly are and define your life for yourself. This is why we have free will. But there's a layer where people will tell you there's not free will, because everything is already done. Everything has been played out. All the moves have been made, because it's all one now moment. It's all happening simultaneously. And so as much as this feels linear and as it's going, it's all just happening. And however you perceive it, the truth of the matter is, in this happening, you get to choose the role you play. It's time to define who we are. It's time to declare who we are for ourselves, and not let society, not let the media, not let other people, even loved ones, declare and decide for you who you are. That is your job. That is your gift. That is what you are innately give. There's a need to let go. As we're learning, as we're declaring for ourselves who we are in truth, there's a need to let go of all of the misconceived notions. There's a need to let go of all of the misunderstood areas of ourselves, all the falsities of any lies that may come up, of any illusions and any toxins, things that were misaligned in the body. It's just time to purge, letting that stuff go, whether it is forgiveness, acceptance, burying the hatchet. These are all different things. Forgiveness and acceptance are not the same thing, so please understand that first and foremost. Forgiveness is really an act that is done for oneself to achieve peace. Acceptance may be part of forgiveness sometimes, but sometimes you may have to accept something. You don't necessarily need to forgive anyone. So these are two different things. Please understand they're not the same. But it may take confrontation. It may to fully purge, as far as just, I have to get this off my chest. I need to go speak to somebody. It may just take acknowledging how you're feeling in the crappy way that you're feeling, and the need to kind of get that load off. And for that, it may take going outside, really grounding, really stomping out the old, dead, negative energy if you have to. But whatever it is, go within, release all of that frenetic energy, and it's time to really start locking down on who we are for ourselves. What is our truth? What is your truth? Where do you lie, and where do you reside with all these things? What is your truth? And allowing that truth to find that purpose for you. And then from there, moving on into release all of the negativity, all of the falsities, all of that dense energy, because it takes chipping away all of the crap before you actually get to your truth. And that is part of the catch-22 here, right? So where you're looking to not just discover who you are, but to define and declare who you are. You do that by really embracing your own specific truth. Everybody's truth frequency is going to be a little different, and what resonates as truth for you may not resonate for another, which is why it's more important for you to follow your own truth, because that's where you're going to find the most alignment. After you do that and you really start to declare who you are for yourself in relation to all things, in your own desires and goals of life, that's when you're going to need to purge all of the crap that you realize you weren't. You was never what your parents expected of you. You was never what the family expected of you. You was never that job you had. You was never just that friend to those people. You are so much more. And so with that, as you start to purge all of those false notions, as you start to accept all of the things in your life that may have happened, that may have brought you to where you are, we're going to release that. And that's going to free us up to move forward in new, healthy ways, creating a new world. This is what they call the new earth. We're here in this here now moment. It's all about doing the dirty work of actually changing and overhauling the system around us. And it's not easy. Be sure to do your part of work in your own individual lives, discovering, defining, declaring for yourself who you are, your truth, and really purging all the dense negative energy so that you can actually start to see yourself manifest some true, beautiful abundance. And so with that, that is the message for the collective. It's your boy Zay-P. I'm out.